sounds like a festive party in here, doesn't it? This is your Bose Smart Soundbar 300 music system with voice assistant. It is a Black Friday now deal. And what you're gonna love about this TS price, it's a today's special for $299.99. The original price for this is $450. And you are saving $170 to hear the sound. You spread your payments out. It's only $56 to get home, and it's free shipping, free shipping, free shipping, and the only Bose today's special of the year. I love the Bose Soundbar. We have one in our home, and these can be very expensive. You can research yourself. Soundbars with Bose, you can find some that are like $600. Our price today, it's unbelievable. It is the lowest found in the market. It can't be beat. So I want to get right into this because if you love music, you love holiday movies, this is special, Aaron. Aaron Berger, our electronics expert. I want everybody to experience being able to hear movies better, being able to have that sound like you're at the concert.
We want Bose in every house in America,
Yes.
right? Because once you experience it, here's what I can say maybe more than any product I sell. I've been here almost 20 years and sold a lot of products. Until you get it in your home and hear it, you don't know what you were missing. Because, for example, right now, take a look at the TV. We think, oh, well, that sounds good, right? I mean, that really sounds good. Well, do you know what? No, it didn't.
Wow.
It really didn't sound that good at all. You were missing layer after layer after layer. So here's what I mean. This is, and we're gonna give you a couple examples of this right away. And then I'll talk about, you know, you're hearing a portion of it, but you're hearing it through my little lavalier mic and then through the 1,000 miles to your house and then through your TV speaker. When you're right next to this, the difference between your TVs, I don't care how good your TV is, it can only fit a little speaker in it. And by the way, TV speaker is the beginning of this. This is a smart soundbar, so we're gonna get into playing music from all your different devices. But let's just, for a minute, okay, so this is without Bose sound. This is just TV sound. Just get comfortable here for a minute. Ready? This is with Bose sound.
Wow, unbelievable.
Listen. All the little droplets, all the little waves, all the little bubbles, the string, and then, okay, I'm gonna goodbye Bose sound, TV sound.
I mean,
You don't hear anything,
no.
right? And it's not just volume. Yes, certainly the Bose speaker can be louder than your TV, but it's clarity.
Yes.
It's breadth of sound.
Yes.
It's bass. It's depth of sound. It's timbre. It's all of those things that combine to make a totally different experience. So one more time, just so you can, I know we've already been very busy. We've sold far more of these than we planned to today. I'm glad I get a little bit of time with Miss Debbie D tonight. I want to show you one more time, 1 minute on this video, just to really show you the difference. So again, that's without Bose. And Debbie can vouch for this.
Wow.
It feels like a wall of sound. It feels like
does.
the sound waves hit you. Again, I'm going to go to without Bose, so that's TV sound. And then we're ready to hear the angels sing a little bit, literally, you'll see.
It's so impressive.
Bose sound. You hear that? You hear that soprano all of a sudden? You know, that legato line that the soprano does in the back. And this, it's like, it feels like a simulated surround sound. It's like those fireflies are buzzing around our heads. You know what I mean? The little wings of the butterfly are like a helicopter with Bose.
This is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And what I love about the Bose sound, because I have it here, I'm so fortunate to work here.
So you have it at your house?
See, I have it.
Oh, that's
and
awesome. You know.
And so when I go to when I go somewhere else and they don't have it, I'm like, can we go to my house
turn
and
the TV
watch
on?
this? But I don't say that. I don't say that. But I even, you know, I've developed a little bit, I feel like I don't hear as well because I've worked in TV with this thing in my ear the whole time. So I love the clear sound. It's not that it's louder. I mean, it makes me feel like I'm in a movie theater. And so whether it's, you know, watching the game or watching your holiday movie or listening to your holiday music, my son and, you know, Richard, my husband, they play their video games.
Oh, yeah.
We do the Bose sound. So you guys, it's about spacious sound, but it's also about clear sound.
Sorry.
Well, and it's the
Didn't mean it to be
bass.
that loud.
If you're like a music lover, like I was in band, like you
You
hear,
were?
yes, I
Well,
played the
what was
clarinet.
your- that was-
I
what
was
was your
first chair
instrument?
clarinet.
Third chair clarinet? I'm a girl.
The first chair.
Oh, the first chair clarinet.
Yeah,
Excuse
I
me,
was
I
good.
meant
Don't move me to third. But what I love, I know you've been on all day since midnight.
So long day.
What you will love about this is you will hear all the highs and lows. And what you'll love is this low price. So this is the lowest price that we have found in the market. This is a Black Friday deal right now. We will not have these, we won't have these the day after Thanksgiving, which is the official Black Friday. So I want you to shop right now because we have it right now. And Bose, look at everything that you're getting. I mean, if you want to gift this to somebody, great, but I say your home is an investment. And entertaining your company, you're gonna have family over. You get it right now. The regular price is about $450. The today's special right now is $279.99. So what are we doing? We're saving you $170. And we're spreading out the payments for you over 5 months. So 5 flex pay means you get this home, this incredible spacious sound, clarity with any voice that you're hearing with your favorite actresses or actors. You're getting this home for $56. So I don't want you to wait because we've already sold through more than we expected.
We have, indeed. And we haven't even done our last big show.
6,000 gone. Did you know that?
Wow.
6,000 gone. I know you're tired since midnight.
Wow.
But the sound wakes you up. We have 2,000 to go around. That's
You're going
it.
to keep me on my toes. I
I'm
can
gonna keep
feel
you on
it.
the 2,000 left, and that's it. And you know what? It really enriches your experience in everything that you do, whether you're listening to music, whether you're watching your TV, where you're playing your video games.
You're talking about, or watching football. I mean, sports it's a whole different thing. Like you hear every whistle. Do you know what I mean? The little things that I love to watch tennis. Actually, believe it or not, with my Bose, I love that. So every time the string hits the balls, like you hear that very specific. To me, very sort of pacified. Just like that sound. It's a peaceful sound. You were talking about the holidays coming up, and you know what I would really love to do? I really need to redo my kitchen. It's about 20 years old. I can't redo my kitchen between now and the holidays, but my home is going to feel fantastic because my music's going to feel fantastic, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The easiest way to liven up your home. Yeah, I wish I had new curtains, and I'd really like to have new countertops. But you know what I am going to have is I'm going to have great music playing when everybody walks in the door, and that's going to feel like Christmas, right?
Look at this.
Okay. So, sounds good, right? I mean, we'll all agree that sounds pretty darn good. Now it sounds like Bose, though. Listen.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Yeah, that's Bose sound. Just as a very quick comparison, this is TV sound.
Wow.
Listen to this. It's like he's singing in a cave a couple of homes away.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, it's a concert in Aaron's kitchen for Christmas
And I'm
this
on the
year.
front row.
And you're right there. You are middle orchestra, enjoying it. And in fact, you know what I'll do? This is hard for me, but I'm going to be quiet for 30 seconds and let you guys really hear what this sounds like.
Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out.
You know, they say,
Wow.
I'm a musician too. I don't know if we've ever done so I started here, we didn't start at the same time, I started here as a keyboard player. Did you know that?
No.
The first thing I ever sold on HSN, and I'm actually going to sell one in about a week, was it was a Casio keyboard. I was a church musician for 20 years before I was here. And they say, as you know, I didn't know you were a musician, learning that about you today, that the human voice is the most beautiful instrument, and certainly the most complicated instrument. And when you listen to this and you hear the timbre of his voice, I mean, when you listen to it without the Bose sound, you go, well, he sings nicely and he plays nicely.
He's still talented.
He's talented. But then when you hear this with Bose sound and you go, that's world class. There is a richness there. There is a timbre there. There is a depth there. Clearly, everybody's nuts about this sound. But Bose's music, the way the artist intended it to be heard. That's one one of Bose's big taglines, and I think it's so true. I have in my life probably 3 or 4 times had the honor of recording original albums, a couple of original musical theater albums. It's a lot of work in the studio, and man, they work hard to get it right.
Sure.
And there's a million layers. And what you hear with Bose is all of those layers.
Well, I mean, Bose it's the top of the line.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, I mean, this is so beautiful. I just want a glass of wine.
Right.
I want the fireplace going.
Changes the mood, that's the thing.
And you just want to, even if you can't sing, you want to be cooking the kitchen.
Yeah.
It puts you in a good mood, and you just want to sing with him.
Right.
And so this is what this is about. It's enriching your life, and it's bringing you those finer things. And you can have merry little Christmas. Oh,
Good
I love
timing.
this.
You got it.
You guys, to be able to get this sound like you're at the holiday concert for $56. That's all it takes, $56, to feel like you're on the front row. If you're watching the NFL game, they even use, you know, the Bose sound technology, even at the NFL game level, because the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, Madison
Bose,
Square Garden,
Right.
NASA.
It's the best.
It is the best of the best. And so here's a little bit of background. Bose has, as you know, lots of great speakers and speaker lines. In their soundbar line, this is not just a soundbar, this is a smart soundbar. Let's talk to that for just a second. I'll turn it down just a hair. I want you to hear the music, but I don't want you to feel like I'm shouting at you over it. In the smart soundbar line, they go up to $700, $800, $900. So at $450 to be able to get in to the soundbar line, the smart soundbar line, their top of the line soundbar is awesome. Today, with HSN's value, it's just a whole different thing. No one's ever been able to touch the smart soundbar line, the top of the Bose soundbars, the smart line, at this kind of value. Now, here's the other thing. Buying a soundbar is one thing. So
Right.
wonderful to have a soundbar. Wonderful that every single thing you watch on television, whether it's your favorite movies, you know, I know your longtime friend Alice Caron, right?
Yes.
My longtime friend too. She taught me she said something years ago that has really stuck with me. She's like, Aaron, we're in a second golden age of television. And I believe her, because think of everything, you know, Max and HBO and Netflix and Apple. So much great content is being produced now.
Yes.
And you're seeing it, you know, every hour-long episode looks like an epic movie looked
Right,
5
right.
years ago. Well, the sound is that good too, but you've got to have a soundbar to hear it. So that's the first part, that's the soundbar part. And that's great. And if you bought just a soundbar and use it every day, that's, you know, maybe a couple of hours of TV a day. If you're
Right.
lucky, you get with your family. This isn't just a soundbar.
Right.
This is a smart soundbar. So you're playing all your, when I cook, I love to listen to podcasts, right? So I'm listening to all my podcasts from my phone. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Or I'm listening to my audiobooks, or I'm using the built-in Alexa, or I'm using the built-in Google Assistant to set a timer so Max knows it's time to go to bed in 5 minutes. Or, so literally, hours and hours and hours a day. It's one thing to buy a soundbar you
Right,
use a little
right.
bit with your TV.
Sure.
It's another to buy a smart soundbar that changes your home and that you use all day long.
Yes, and that's a good point, because I have the Bose Soundbar, but I don't have the new one where I can ask Siri or Alexa
Right,
or
or
Google
all of
Assistant,
those, right.
where you can ask them to play music for you, because you can actually connect to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Listen, this is the lowest price. You need to know this. I want you to research this. I want you to do your own homework, but do it quickly, because we're getting down to the bare minimum of less than 2,000 to go around. But research this. There are Bose soundbars out there in upwards of $600. Same technology here. And we have it for $279.99, not $600. $279.99. And the price is going to go back up, our HSN original price for you, because we have millions of customers. We were able to secure that it will go back up to $450. You don't want to pay that. It's a $170 discount for you right now. And you're going to get everything that you need, because Aaron's going to show you the fact that you can connect Wi-Fi, you can connect via Bluetooth, you can watch your games, you can play your games with your children, PlayStation, whatever, and have that rich sound. Watch your holiday movies. My mother-in-law is coming for Thanksgiving. I'm so excited. She loves to watch Hallmark movies and just feel-good movies.
Yeah.
And and we need to upgrade to this. This is also an opportunity, if you have a Bose soundbar, to upgrade to this one because of everything that you can do.
I guarantee you, movies that your mother-in-law has watched for 20 years, or songs, this is the challenge I give everyone. Listen to your 3 favorite songs. Right now I'm playing, just to kind of point this out, I'm playing this from my phone, right? I could be using Spotify, pardon me, I could be using Pandora, I could be using anything. Take your 3 favorite songs, listen to them on your Bose Wave music system. Send it back if this isn't true. I guarantee you, you will hear something in those songs that you never knew was there. You will hear a little guitar lick that you never heard before. You will hear a cowbell in the background. You will hear something that when you were listening to, unless you've listened to it on a Bose system before, and then I take it all back. But if you haven't listened to your favorite music, and I'm not kidding you, songs you've listened to your whole life, you will hear it in a different way. It's why they are #1 in the world. What we do here to try to show you what it sounds like does not do it justice, because it goes from there into my microphone, across the thousands of miles of satellite, into your home through your TV speaker. Now, I know I've watched the presentations back. You can get an idea of even through all of those sort of degradation points, you can tell it's better sound than the TV, but it is so much better in person. And I think, Deb, with the extended return policy this time of year, I think this sort of item especially, that you really have to have in your home to see how good it is ideal for that.
You guys, you have until January the 31st, and that is like 3 months to watch your favorite, Hallmark movie, or, listen to your favorite holiday music, or just your music in general, like whether it's country, whether it's R&B, whether it's, old school rock. This is going to enrich your life, because TV is a part of our home, right? And I always say put an investment into your home. This is one of the best investments you can make. Think about the fact that you're not spending $600 today. I want you to do your research. You can find a Bose soundbar out there for $600. This is $279.99, $170 off. $56 is your first payment. I'm gonna ship this free shipping to your door. And what I love is, let me give you another $50 off. You're already saving $170. Let's make it $220 that you're saving. Because I want everybody to experience what I experience. You call the number on your screen. It's called Apply and Buy. And we give you $50 because it's Black Friday right now. Now, again, we've sold so many of these since midnight. Tell me again exactly how many we've sold since midnight. 6,050 since midnight. Wow. And we're under 2,000 of you are going to get it. And I say, even if you don't have a new TV, this is going to make it feel like you have a new TV in your home.
Such a good point, because it doesn't, no matter what the age of your TV is, the sound is going to be this good, right? Because it's still the same sound signal. Two things I want to mention. Number one, if you see a price anywhere near this, it's going to be refurbished. This is not refurbished. And we've got that question all day long today. This is brand new, out of the box, latest technology. So I want to be really clear about that. I want to spend a minute, again, I never knew you were a musician. I love knowing that. Does clarinet play on their own?
Well, I was at school, but I was pretty good.
No, I love it. I can't remember if clarinet plays on the treble clef or plays on the C clef. But anyway, I was never a solo instrumentalist. I was a pianist and a little bit of a singer and a choral conductor, all that kind of stuff. But anyone who you probably played this.
Love music.
I do. I love music too, and I
wish I could sing.
It changes my mood.
It does.
Like nothing. Well, you were on pitch a minute ago. I'll tell you that. Yeah, you were 100%. You were on pitch. Absolutely, you were. I want to listen. I always quiz hosts because not many people know this Christmas song. Very traditional Christmas song. This is the point where I'm going to be quiet for like a minute or two because I want you to hear this song. Really takes us through so much orchestration and so many different ranges that you wouldn't hear anywhere else. And also, we're playing Name That Tune. Do you know the tune? We'll get to it. Though the frost was cruel. Here it goes, ready? I'm gonna turn it up. Notice, It doesn't distort when you turn it up. This is a huge part. It gets louder, but it stays so clear.
Wow.
Right? Listen to that treble. We'll hear bass in a minute, but listen to that treble.
Love it.
And then here comes the next layer. You just hear layer after layer.
Wow.
Right? There's those horns again in a different octave.
There's the clarinet.
Yeah, you hear it. You hear it.
And the oboe.
Oboe's a beautiful instrument. They say oboe was most like the voice. I think we've got one more verse here, maybe two. You hear that counter melody? It's like being at the orchestra. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Big finish.
Love it.
Right?
Trombones.
Yes, yes. Well, you got a good ear.
Here those, I love those trombones.
I do this. The timing will change here. Rallentando. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. And 1.
Wow.
I mean,
It's taking me back. Wow.
it puts you through it. It takes you through the whole range. I can't imagine
That
any
just
other
lifted
way.
my spirit.
Doesn't it?
I'm telling you, sometimes the holidays can be tough. You have a bad day at work, crazy things going on in the world. You turn on music and you just escape. You turn on that holiday movie or that movie that makes you laugh and you just escape. I'm telling you, with this Bose Soundbar, it's like you're right there. You're right there at the holiday concert. Or even when you're watching a movie, it's like you're in it. And the actors are right there in your living room because the voice clarity, the bass that you hear. And if you can appreciate all that, I want you to get this home because it makes that old television new again. And this is like an upgrade. If you have the Bose Wave, for example, I have the Bose Wave.
This is the level up.
This is the level up.
And this has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which changes everything, right?
And you can ask, Google Assistant to play whatever podcast you want or to play whatever music you want. This is a Black Friday price right now. If you are just joining us, we've sold more than 6,000 of these, and we are down to the final quantity. And so I want you to save $170 right now. $56 to get home. Come on now.
Right?
You're killing me.
You know what? I specifically could not wait to get you out here tonight because I knew we would have such a blast.
This is wonderful.
There's nothing else I can think. Like we turned on a song and we listened to it for 3 minutes, and believe it or not, we didn't talk that much. I can't imagine another product where two of us would sit out here and just, like, I don't need to say anything. What do I have to say that can add one thing to this? Check it out.
How can you not smile? Wow.
second verse.
Sing it!
Can you believe, I'm gonna just turn it down just for 1 second. It's 2 inches tall. It's 27 or 24, 27 inches wide, 2 inches tall. One of the best things about it, it disappears.
It does.
So the sound of it feels, you know, this studio is 30, 40 feet high.
Gigantic.
It's probably almost 100 feet long. Quick story, you'll like this. Last night I got in here, I was preparing everything, I was playing some music, and I see one of our production techs go running that way. And she comes back, I'm like, what, is there a fire? Like, she's like, no, but you turned on the Bose and we're live 2 studios over. I was afraid you were gonna hear it. And that really, when you turn this up, you talk about filling a space. They told me earlier, I didn't know this, I haven't tested it myself, but we have an outdoor set. You know
Sure,
how far
yeah,
that,
it's
they
so
said,
far.
Aaron, you can hear it on the
You
outdoor
can hear
set.
it. So, you know, what I love is, hey, the party's at my house.
Yeah.
Invite the neighbors over.
You don't have to drive.
You don't have to drive. And you know, if you're not one to go out to the movies and maybe you're not getting out to the concerts, you used to do that, you're staying home a little more, that's okay. So sometimes we become homebodies. I'm telling you, this really makes the house a home. It's about the experiences that you have at home. So I want you to enrich your experience when you're watching your favorite TV show, when you're listening to your favorite podcast, and maybe you've missed out on those holiday concerts or any concert for that matter, whatever lifts you up. This is wonderful. It only weighs 5.5 pounds. We're gonna ship it to you for free. Your first payment is $56. I want you to research this. I want you to. We love being able to say that we have found the lowest price in the market. This is our only last opportunity for a Bose Today special. This is the only one we will have. We won't have one in November. We won't have one in December. This is it. So if you have been looking for something so that you can hear the clarity of the voices and so that you can hear the highs and lows, and like I miss my band days when I, you know, played the clarinet, and my dad is a musician, and shout out to Carl Denman.
What's he play?
The clarinet, the flute, and the saxophone.
Oh, wow.
And so had he not started having kids, he would be a famous jazz musician.
Wow.
I'm glad that he
Crossed the
decided to marry my mom
woodwinds
and
Worked out
settle
good for
down.
you.
But that was his dream, and he was a band director.
Really?
And
I didn't know any of
yes,
this.
and so music, it runs in my blood, and my grandfather sang, so I love music. But if you love movies, if you love playing video games, this is not just about making your TV louder. It's so much more than that, and I want us to go through that. But experience it now, because it's not $600. There are Bose Soundbars out there right now. You can find it, $600. We are $279.99, and you're only spending $56 on any credit card or PayPal, but get it home, because you'll have it years to come. I still have my Bose Wave, and this is an upgrade to your Bose Wave, but then some. Bose products last for decades.
What are the reasons why? I think this is sort of inside baseball, but I think it's interesting. I don't know if we've ever done a Bose presentation together or not.
I don't think so,
It's
'cause
been over a year since we've had a Today special.
Yes,
So
you guys have waited, and this is it.
So, an interesting thing about Bose, I love sort of sharing this info. Bose is a privately held company. They are not a publicly held company. So, in a
didn't know
publicly held company, so one of the reasons their technology is always so good and that their products last so long.
Forever.
In a publicly held company, you've got to constantly return value to your shareholders, right? Every year, those shareholders want to see return.
Right.
Bose is not a publicly held company. So what that means is they can invest in research and development, When they find the best thing, they come out with it. And boy, you better, and very frankly, it's not the cheapest. It's never the cheapest. You can buy a cheaper speaker all day long, obviously. It is always the highest of high quality, and they last forever because they don't have to return value to shareholder every year. They're a privately held company. They can really focus on research and development and bringing you a better product. That's why people who've had their Bose Wave music system for 20 years,
I'll never get rid of it. I will never get rid of it.
They still sound fantastic. I will tell you, frankly, in terms of quality, this is 100% a step up. Do we have time? I know we're going to go to a break. Can I talk about dialogue for just a second, though?
Yes, because it's so much more than a louder sound. There's so much to this. This is the upgrade of upgrades, and this is the #1 brand for audio, anything that we sell at HSN.
So this is something that I want to show you guys. First of all, to Debbie's point, so I don't have this turned up very much right now. I'm going to turn it up, and I want you to notice, as I turn it up, it doesn't become messy. it doesn't become strident. It stays, and I might be at the very end of this. Okay,
Wow,
I'm gonna
the crescendo.
The crescendo was, yeah, that was a crescendo. Let me turn on something else for a minute, you'll do this, just to talk about this for a little bit. That as I turn this up, so I'm going to start at sort of a moderate level, but as I turn it up, when you're trying to listen to something at home, particularly television, we'll talk about this as it relates to dialogue in a second, and you say, I'm going to turn it up, I want to hear what they're saying better. Doesn't get any better, right? That's because it gets messier. It doesn't get clearer, and everything around the dialogue gets bigger and more jumbled and more staticky. I'll explain in a minute why that doesn't happen with dialogue, and it doesn't happen, period, with Bose. Listen as we increase the volume, the extraordinary clarity. Timpani, boom, boom.
Great.
Next to sitting in the middle of an orchestra. Oh, wow. I don't know of another sound like, and I was not a solo instrumentalist, I was a pianist, so I got to play with other instrumentalists, which I love, but unlike a clarinetist or a piccolo player or a flautist, I wasn't really in the middle of the orchestra, and I know that sound is out of this world. Dialogue mode real quick, cool?
Sure,
okay.
absolutely.
So, this is important. How many times have you said, I do it all the time, I'm watching a show, and part of it maybe is because I have a bit of a theater background, so I can't stand not hearing every word. Like, even if I got the gist, that's not enough.
Right.
I want to know what was the verb. Like, I want to read the script, right? So I'm all for, I drive whoever I'm with crazy. What did they say? Or did they say? I
always rewind. I'm like, I missed that.
It takes me an hour and 20 minutes to get through an hour show, and that is Scout's honor. We're
right here.
But I will tell you, now that I've started using dialogue mode on Bose, world of difference. I might rewind twice in a show still, just because I'm so like hardcore about it. But let me show you what this is. So this is the Bose Music app. Set up, by the way, it's so daggone simple, period, when you get this home. And I'll remind you after the break how you do it. But you plug it into the wall, you plug it into your TV, you download the Bose Music app. That's it. That's literally all. This is one of the places inside the Bose Music app, and it's a very, very simple app. You can choose, for example, your source. So if you're using your TV, we're actually going to go back to the TV here in a minute, so I'll just go ahead and do that, or your Bluetooth, or directly to AirPlay. But I'm just hopping down here to audio, and you see this. I always leave the box ticked. I'm going to hold this real still so we can get close on it. That says dialogue mode, and what dialogue mode does is it adjusts the tonal balance of your speakers to improve the clarity of the speaker's words in things like movies, TV shows, and podcasts. That sounds good to me. How about you? What it does technically, just so you know, again, a little inside baseball, it adjusts. Most human voices are kind of in the mid-range and more towards the treble range. It adjusts that treble and adjusts that mid, and it highlights it a little bit for you. So things like consonants, which is how our brain processes and really hears words. We hear the consonants better. It's not just a jumble of vowels. Children's voices that are difficult to hear. So that's there. And last thing, there's a wall equalizer as well. So if you choose to put this on the wall, quite frankly, it is so small and so unobtrusive. It used to be when you bought a soundbar, it was like buying a school bus and putting it in your house. They were so big and they were so ugly.
Right.
Many people mounted them on the
heavy.
wall, right?
Yeah.
You still may choose to if you have a mounted TV, and they were heavy too. But this is so unobtrusive, it's really just easy to set it right under your television.
And it looks good. I mean, it looks like it's part of the TV. So you guys, again, this is the best price found in the market. There's not a better price out there. This is our only Bose Today's Special, so this is your only opportunity to get it. It is $170 savings today. So if we have any left over, the price is going to go back up, and you can see it there, to $450. Get it right now where it's a $170 discount. Get it right now where you spread your payments out over 5 months so that it's only $56 on any card, and that's your first payment, and it's free shipping. And you have until January the 31st, because we want you to be comfortable comfortable with this. We want you to love this, absolutely adore it, because this is an investment in your home. But this is going to fill your house with beautiful music. When you're watching any movie, whether it's a holiday movie, feel-good movies, that's what my mom does and my mother-in-law does, they want to hear every word, and you should. And you're going to have voice clarity. It's going to have spacious sound. It's going to feel like you are at the movie theater. Or if you're watching the game, I watched the first game of the World Series last night. Shout out to the Texas Rangers. And we had our Bose Soundbar on. So you're going to absolutely love that full sound, and you could connect through Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and use your phone to even select any music. Okay, and now I want to tell you about HSN Cares. HSN Cares is dedicated to empowering women and actually helping families in times